It's an experiment I've wanted to conduct for a long time. What happens if a boss falls into deep water in Genshin Impact? As we all know, normal enemies are instantly KO'd, even large enemies like Ruin Guards. So, what about bosses? I first attempted it back in version 1.6 on the Golden Apple Archipelago. The introduction of the Magu Kenki on a small island in the middle of the map appeared to be the perfect test site. Yet, despite hours of attempts, I never managed to get the boss submerged. My second attempt wasn't necessarily with a boss, but an invincible ruin grader part of an event on Surumi Island. It hit a similar snag. I just couldn't get them into deep water. My third attempt was with the Emperor of Fire and Iron. I found a way to drop the boss by being so far below the map that the terrain unloaded and it fell. But that meant the water it would fall through was also unloaded. 3 attempts that all came up short. That all changes now. And actually would have years ago had I done Orobashi's Legacy. I just did it for the first time ever. At the end, you're pit against a Magu Kenki on a small platform surrounded by deep water. All the components are here. The water, an immediate drop into it instead of a slope. Presence of the Wave Rider. What began with the Magu Kenki years ago will end with the Magu Kenki. Let's put this question to rest and begin the experiment. Getting him to fall into water is a bit tricky. If you stray too far from the arena, he'll disengage and return to his starting point. Trying to get him onto the icy crates has such a narrow window of opportunity that it's unpractical, so we'll need to settle for pushing him. It's also not very practical, at least by itself. Thankfully, there's a setup that'll make it so we only had to push him for a second or two. By having him use this 3-hit combo while facing the edge of the arena, it'll ensure he's at the very edge of it. The limit where the game is telling the enemy, whoa, hey, hold on, you can't walk farther in this direction because of the drop. And then we quickly circle around and push. Nothing happened. Is he truly underwater though? It's possible his collision is snagged on that tiny lip there. Let's try a more open spot so that we can add the Wave Rider to the equation. This will be used to push him farther outward once he's in the water, away from that lip he may or may not be standing on. There we go. Go, into the Wave Rider. Ah, what a bummer. I guess that's that. Bosses like the Magu Kenki don't drown. Or rather, the game won't let them fall into water and be KO'd. He appears to be stuck mere pixels before any other enemy would be considered submerged and defeated. As such, I must revise my inquiry. We've answered what happens if a boss is dropped into water, but what happens if a boss is brought up into water from below it? I currently don't have any way to conduct said experiment. However, I'll keep my eyes peeled for any such opportunities in the future. Thanks for tagging along. If you're interested in other Genshin experiments, got quite a few of them on the channel. Feel free to drop a subscribe if such things interest you, and follow me on Twitter at Moosashi for more strange finds. This is Moosashi, signing off. Till next time.